Hi there. First off, do you like my new pair of glasses? I got them just the other week because my eyesight is getting worse, and I went in for another eye test, and it's gotten worse. So I needed to update my subscription, and I do get these prescription. Yeah, update that. And I do get these subscription contact lenses every 3 months. But I needed to update that, contact lens stuff, to get my new prescription. But that would take a while before they arrived. So I thought I need to see. So let's buy some glasses. Yeah, I don't know. I've worn them recently, so that's awesome. I can see, which is good. Anyway, that's not what I'm going to talk about in this video. So, kind of a random video, but I have something kind of cool that I want to show you. At least I think it's really, really cool, but you may not. Anyway, so yesterday, my parents and I were at my grandparents and had pizza, which was really nice. And my granddad, he is the most nostalgic person I know. So he has everything. It seems like he has every single thing that existed when he was young, just random stuff. And also he's very interested in music and record players and stuff, and I recently got a new record player, and not a new, yeah, it is new, but not new for me. I don't have an old one. I recently got a record player a month and a half ago, maybe, and he wasn't happy with the speakers of my record player, and he was like, I'm gonna show you what some real speakers sound like. So yesterday when we were there, we just went to his man cave of the 60s and found some new speakers that I could borrow. Not new speakers, old speakers, but found some speakers that I could borrow for my record player. And on the wall, I saw a really old violin. I've seen that before. I wasn't sure if he still had it, but I asked him oh, look, there's a violin there. Does that work? And he was like, yeah, I think so. And then we took it down from the wall, and obviously it was really out of tune. But he had a bow, I don't know how it's pronounced in English, but he had that and everything, and it worked. And he told me that he had gotten that 25 to 30 years ago, and when he got it, it had a huge crack in it and stuff, which he had a huge crack in it, and the thing you put your, I don't know what it's called in English, but what you put your head on was broken and stuff, and the strings were really bad. So he gave it to some guy who glued the crack and made a new little chin bowl thing, and new strings and stuff, and it's been on his wall ever since. He hasn't played on it. And then I showed some interest in that, and he told me that he almost was it, because he has no experience really with instruments other than percussion, and he said that he almost once managed to play Silent Night. And when my granddad says something like that, I obviously see that as a challenge. So what ended up happening was, he said, you will take this with you home and see if you can make any noises with it. And I got so excited because I've always wanted to play a string instrument, not guitar. I play the guitar, but that's not that interesting. I've been more interested in the cello and stuff, but the cello and the viola. But the violin is also really cool. I think it's a bit screechy sometimes, but it's also really, really cool. And I actually have it right here, and I thought I would show it to you. Okay, so this is the case thing, and I don't know how good the camera is, but as you can tell, this is really, really old. Way older than I am. Like, the strings were last changed 25 years ago. I'm 17. And he spoke about it like it was just yesterday that he changed them. Maybe not literally yesterday, because then I was there eating pizza. But he told me that as if it was kind of recently, but then I texted him earlier and he was like, yeah, because I asked him, when did you last change the strings? And he was like, oh, like 1993. And I was like, great. But yeah, look at this. I think it looks so freaking cool. I'm gonna show you the violin as well, but I just wanted to say before you like see it and you're like, oh my god, what's like wrong with it? What happened to the bridge? Yesterday in the car, I got really excited and I was like, I'm gonna tune this stuff right now. So I started tuning it. I downloaded an app and everything. Suddenly, it just like, the bridge, like the thing between the strings and like at the, I'll show you later, but basically the bridge, it hadn't just like fallen over or anything or like collapsed. It had like broke in two, like in two pieces. I would show it to you, but it's downstairs, but it literally like it just broke in half. And I got really freaked out because I know nothing about violin, so I was like, oh my god, I just broke the violin that my grandpa gave to me like 10 minutes ago. But I go to a school full of music kids. So I just asked someone I know who plays the violin, and she was like, oh no, that's fine, it was probably just like really old, and old wood that's very dry, it can easily like just collapse. Anyway, the violin. Oh, it would be really awkward if it's not in here. Oh no, it's in here. Right. So there you go. Here's the violin. As you can tell, there used to be there is a crack right there, but it's glued, so it should be fine. This part is really interesting because it's actually carved like properly in this really, I don't even know what it is. Is it a dragon? Is it some old Norwegian stuff? Is it supposed to be a man? I mean, it has its tongue, or it has its tongue out, so I don't really know, but yeah, I think it's really nice. Yeah, so the bridge is like about here, and it keeps the strings up, because if I play it now, there's no sound, right? So if I were to pull it up a little bit, one of the strings, wait, okay, no, I'm not strong enough for that, but basically the idea is if I hold these up a little bit, then yeah, you can kind of hear it. So that's the bridge's purpose, and it literally just broke in half. As you may be able to tell, these strings are a bit crooked, and yeah, you can tell they're not that great. So what I did today is, because I'm gonna have a performance on Christmas, right? I'm gonna learn how to play Silent Night just for my granddad. So I bought these. They were the cheapest they had, and they weren't cheap. But I hope they were right. And then I also bought this like shoulder rest thing. And then here's the this is from 1990. Oh, that's my granddad's name. I don't know. Does that matter? I don't know. But 1993. And it says like this is like when my granddad gave this in to be like upgraded, and he got a new like, and that was glued and the strings were renewed. He wrote everything down, and then he wrote in in parentheses behind like wash the bow hairs. He wrote the bow is very bad, or is certainly bad. I don't know how to pronounce it I don't know how to translate it to English, but it's the bow is bad. So I can show you the bow. Oops. 1 second. There we go. So, yeah, it's very loose right now, but I'm gonna try and tighten it. I have no experience with the violin, so I don't know how much I'm supposed to tighten this. But yeah. Cool. So what I'm looking for is a new bridge. That's why we were out today at all, for new strings and a bridge. They only have the strings, not the bridge. But the guy said he'd check if he could find them, and if he could find them, he'd call us tomorrow, and maybe we could go pick them up then. And I also got this, and I've just ordered a new bow online. Listen, I've never played the violin before, or any string instrument, like this type of string instrument, but I'm buying stuff. Like, I'm determined. Like, I'm at least gonna learn Silent Night on it by Christmas. Do you think I can do that? And like, not make it sound like a dying cat? If anyone plays the violin, please give me any tips. I need them. Also, can you guess what this is? Looks like that. This is so old. I can't remember what it's called in English, but I need to buy new that for the bow. Because you like. Now it's not, I haven't tightened it, but it's like, use that so that the bow will make a prettier sound. And yeah, that's kind of my little violin adventure. Even if I won't be able to play it very well, I at least have all of this old stuff, which I absolutely love. If you didn't know this about me already, I love old things. I think I'm an old man at heart, and I'm excited about growing old, which sounds weird, but just like being an old man, it's cool. Oh shoot! But yeah, I'm actually really excited because I kind of want to try and do this. You can't really see everything. Yeah, I kind of want to try and do this. Perhaps I'll post my progress on the second channel. What will be very difficult though is to learn where the notes are on the violin, but I've already started looking into that, and obviously like how to, well, not obviously, why would it be obvious, but since I can't actually play yet because I'm waiting to get a new bridge and a new bow as well, preferably. I've like practiced how to hold it. It's like, oh shoot, like that ish. And but yeah, it's gonna be difficult to learn where to put my fingers for the notes, so I'm looking for tape that I can put on that will tell me like where to put my fingers to play the right note. It's also going to be challenging to get a decent sound out of it by using the bow. I also bought a pretty, like, fairly cheap bow because I'm not even like a beginner. I haven't even begun yet. But I'm not planning to like spend all my money on this, right? Like, just yet. I'm gonna see how it goes. But I know people who play the violin, so I've just been asking them stuff like, is this bow okay? Like, what do I do? So that's really nice to like know people who do stuff like that. But I just think it's really cool. I really like this, and you can tell that it's old, and I love that. I love my grandpa, honestly, and my grandma, and my other grandpa, and my other grandma, although she's passed. But yeah, I think that's so much fun, and I'm really excited. So if you do want to see like updates and progress videos, then let me know. Again, I'm still waiting for my bridge and my new bow, and I need to change the strings, which someone I know said that they would maybe help me with on Friday at school. I'm excited to bring this to school, actually. Maybe I'll show some of my teachers, because they think stuff like that is really cool, because obviously they're all music nerds. And yeah, and it's really old, so I think that's pretty fascinating. But yeah, Silent Night by Christmas. This is also like a motivational video for me, in that sense that it's like, now I've said it, so now I have to do it, you know. But yeah, I think that's it. So if you have any violin tips, starter tips, tips in general, please let me know. If you don't have any tips but want to say good luck anyway, then feel free to do that, or not say anything, that's also fine. But if you share my love for old things, then feel free to tell me something really interesting old stuff that you found lately. Yesterday I saw this picture of my great-grandfather when he was like 14 with the I can't remember what it's called in English. You know, the instrument that's like, does that make sense? Maybe I'll put it in the description, I don't know. But yeah, that was interesting. I think I'm gonna go now, because now I'm just rambling. But anyway, thank you for watching this video, if you watched the whole thing. I really appreciate that, and I find it kind of amusing that you want to watch me talk about all the violins. But yeah, I hope you're having a great day today. Stay fed and hydrated and full of awesome sausage foods. And I'll talk to you lot soon. Okay, bye-bye.